Hi, my name's Mike Dennis, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on the book Data versus Democracy by Chris Schaefer. And in this review, I'm going to talk a little bit about Chris and his ideas that he talks about in the book. And then I'm going to talk about my opinion, whether I agree with him. And then I'm going to talk about some other ideas of articles I've read and what people say. So Chris in his book talks about how there's been a shift in the economy from a consumer economy into an attention based economy. And basically, he talks about how everyone wants our attention and they're getting very smart in the way that they do this. And when I say everyone, I mean marketers, social media companies, people trying to sell things. Um, and the way that they've found that they can get our attention is that our brains are set up in a certain way and we like familiarity. And because we like familiarity, they use our data to target us with ads and videos that will either help us, purchase things that they want us to purchase, think the way that they want us to think, or stay on the sites that they want us to stay on. And how they do this is just for an example, Facebook. If they want us to stay on there and they don't want us to leave, they are going to show us videos that we agree with and that either get us angry or make us excited because that's going to keep us on there. So Chris talks about the political side of it, and basically them showing you videos that only you will agree with, and how this causes problems because it can create biases. Because it doesn't matter whether these videos are true or false. All Facebook is, or not just Facebook. I don't want to just generalize about them. All these companies are worried about is keeping your attention. And what this problem is causing is causing giant polarization in the society. And because of this, people are getting farther and farther apart in the way that they feel, and they're only seeing things that agree with the way that they think, and they're not being able to get outside of this box. And Chris also talks about how, countries, he talks about the 2016, how Russia used social media to target people, and use their biases against them, basically to create these divided groups. And they used it to create pro-Trump and anti-Hillary messaging. He also talks about how when you search things in search engines, it comes up with what they think that you want to look for, which can be problematic. He talks about how this African woman typed in black girl, and the first thing that came up was a bunch of pornography sites, because that is what Google thinks, according to what other searches have done, of what most likely they're going to want to see. So he talks about how this is affecting society, and it's basically shaping people's opinions, and it's creating this huge divide, and it's all manufactured and fabricated. It's not real. So as far as my opinion goes about this, I do mostly agree with Chris. One of the things that I kind of had a problem with in the book was that he talked about maybe silencing certain sources and not letting certain things appear. I think when you start getting towards that, not that I didn't agree, that alt-right groups shouldn't be the top search that you look up on Google, but when you start getting into that world, who and what you silence and who decides that, it definitely starts to get, uh, you know, like a gray area of who decides what is appropriate and not, because we definitely all don't agree on what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. But that this data is used to affect people and their decisions, I think is completely true. And I think you can see it again and again. There was a different article I read where it talked about the Hamas Israel problems and the things that have gone on there, and how Israel has actually used Facebook when they see that people are going against them to basically fire their base up and get people excited through their Facebook messaging ads. And that wasn't an example that Chris talked about in the book. So you can see that this is done all over. I definitely think it's a problem. And through the government and the private sector working together, I think that we can figure this out, which is something that Chris talked about. So this is my book review. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for your time.